Hello everyone, my name is Minus Tando Mashele, a student teacher at Sokisi High School. And today I'm going to give you a gender-based workshop using the theme of identity and change. So my presentation outline will focus more on what is CAPS and what guides teachers, what is communicative and communicative language, and how it is used to evoke prior knowledge. The chosen theme is identity and change. Generative element of the poem and applied activity of the poem, and generative element of the advertisement and applied activity of the advertisement. All this outline is there in there. Is what this presentation is going to focus on. Therefore, but it provides a clear structure for lesson planning. CAPS document typically include learning objectives, content specification, and assessment guidelines. Then this helps teachers to plan their lesson in a way that is aligned with the curriculum and ensures they are covering all the necessary requirements. It aligns with a lesson plan. It's ATP. Or what I'm trying to say that is that CAPS, it aligns with the ATP. ATP and CAPS, it goes hand in hand. So CAPS direct what the teacher has to do in class and what the ATP has told the teacher to do in class. So it ensures consistency across school because all teachers are using the same CAPS document. It helps to ensure that students are learning the same thing at the same level, regardless of which school they go. This can be a beneficial for students who moved between schools, as they will not be behind or ahead of their peers in terms of curriculum. Meaning, everyone in South Africa who attend school, they learn the same thing in the same curriculum. The CAPS guide everyone who in school, every teacher in school in South Africa to teach the same things, relevant or similar things with other schools. It promotes the development of critical thinking skills, and CAPS emphasize the importance of teaching students or learners how to think critical and solve problems. This is done by encouraging teachers to use a variety of teaching methods that go beyond simply memorizing facts. For example, teachers might ask learners to debate different sides of an issue or design their own solution to real-world problems. So, we got communicative language. Communicative language is a type of language teaching that focuses on developing student ability to communicate effectively in the real world situation. It emphasizes the importance of using language for authentic purposes, such as having what conservation, giving presentation, and report writing. Therefore, there are a number of ways that communicative language can be used to evoke prior knowledge. Here are two examples that I'll be willing to give. Teacher can use a brainstorming activity to help students activate their prior knowledge on a topic. For example, before starting a unit on a climate change, let's take it's a climate change or other stuff, or it's a comprehension a passage which talks about climate change. A teacher could ask students to brainstorm a list of things they already know about what the topic climate change. So by all of these things, it can help learners to make connections between new and existing information. And it can also help to identify any misconception that students may have. Teachers can use pictures, videos, and other supporting a resource to help students connect new information to their prior knowledge. For example, a teacher might show a picture of a glacier before teaching a lesson about glaciation. Okay, realia are real-world objects or material that can be used in the classroom. But using realia, teachers can help learners to make the learning process more engaging to their own lives. That's how they can evoke their prior knowledge. Remember, a communicative language, it deals with what? Sharing information, sharing a communicative and sharing meanings, going beyond simple knowing the grammar and the vocab and other stuff. Interacting not just with the learners, but interacting like with how you use prior knowledge. The element of the poem, as we know that the poem that is a mythosis that is there in the poem. And the purpose of this learning will focus on free verse, metaphor, personification, imagery, consonance, and the tone. As we know in the poem that we deal with so many figure of speech. It can be onomatopoeia, simile, metaphor, personification, alteration, and etc. etc. So, the poem Metamorphosis by Sylvia Plath, it explored the identity and change. So we got the imagery of transformation in this poem. The central, when we talk about the imagery, the transformation, the central image of the poem is the speaker's metamorphosis possible into an insect. This symbolizes a dramatic shift in identity, leaving the speaker feeling alien and disconnected. Therefore, in imagery, we got that in the nature. The poem uses the natural imagery like form, width, and size to depict the speaker's evolving form. This suggests a connection between the speaker, internal transformation, and the natural world where change is constant. When we go to figurative language, we got metaphor, as I stated before, and personification. The entire poem is essentially a metaphor for the experience of identity and change. The speaker's physical transformation represents the psychological and emotional change we all go through in life. And we got the simile. Lines like I am streak of violet like across the sea. Use similes to describe the speaker's altered state, a sense of self. So, as the whole structure, we got the poem fragmented structure reflect the speaker's fractured sense of identity. Short, choppy lines and abrupt shifts in imagery create a sense of disorientation and instability. The sound that is there. The sound is the harsh consonant. The poem uses Hans consonant sound like and K to create a sense of uneasy and disharmony. This reflects the speaker's internal struggle with their changing identity. There is internal rhyme there. Internal rhyme. The poem uses internal rhyme to create a sense of rhythm and movement. This can be seen as a way of trying to establish some order order amidst the chaos of change. These elements work together to convey the unsettling and disorientation experience of identity change. The poem doesn't offer easy answers, but it captures the confusion and alienation that often accompany significant personal transformation. All these are the elements of the poem, and all are these the poem focus on and the learning will focus on. As the generic element continues, as you can see the poem there by Sylvia Plath, Metamorphosis. There, the poem with the poem. Here it's the old shoe, the transformation of what? The transformation of the brand Nike. As you can see that the old shoe now is transformed to the new. It started like this. It started like this, and then now it's like it's like it got there and it got there. Currently, so now it's like this. So the identity and the change is there. You can see the identity of Nike didn't change. The shape, the size of this Nike didn't change. But what? But the product, the identity of it didn't change. But the identity didn't change. It changes the identity. The identity there changes. Here, the Nike is still with the original identity, but it changed to the new shape of the new world. Now, but it's the same way, it's the same what? Same structure of a shoe of the brand of Nike, but it didn't change. So, 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 as you can see there, we have identity and change of the brand. So you can compare these references to check everything that is there. Compare if you have something to say, you can inquire there in my email, minus Tando Mashele. Thank you.